The soul would have no rainbow, had the eyes no tears. John Vance Cheney. The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis. I feel within me a peace above all earthly dignities, a still and quiet conscience. William Shakespeare. There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here. Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry,
Thanks,
I'll
man.
save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Ah, thanks.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects.
Oh, come on.
Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real. The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Man, I wish he just had some more dialogue like that. I like listening to that. It really helps me focus on climbing. This is maybe my third time playing this game on the phone. I'm not that good at it, but I'm not too bad considering how I've seen other people do playthroughs of it. I got really lucky. Oh, like that. Exactly like that. I haven't gotten past that red bridge thing before. Oh. No. Careful now, Bennett.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with. And in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Funny how he says that quote right when I'm at this part that's kind of like cement. How did I do that before? How did I do that crazy like jump up thing? No! No.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration.
Oh my dear God.
A real punch in the gut. Oof, sorry about that. Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you. This thing that we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. Mary Pickford.
We'll break it out.
What took you so long? We had to take care of Abby's body before we came back. So what went wrong? It was deactivated remotely by me.
What?
Wasn't gonna let him die for nothing. Like Abby. It wasn't for nothing, or we wouldn't have been given the mission. Goslin's competition is weeks away from the prototype. And come on. Ted, your ship's assassination isn't gonna inspire me.
That's not for you to decide.
Well, I did. And it's done. We could easily have lost one team member to save another. Without that diversion, Carly was completely exposed after she fired.
You hung me out to dry.
Yes, you win.
That's not the point, Philip. You undermined the direct order.
I mean, like the order the director gave you? If memory serves, it usually does. You were given an explicit order. Kill 3468. But aviation hasn't got around to it. This isn't funny. You look me in the eye and you tell me I am the only one on this team who's improvised. Tell me. I am the only one that's broken the rules.
The soul would have no rainbow, had the eyes no tears.
Alec,
John Vance Cheney.
what's wrong? What's wrong?
What? 7679. 7679. Log in.
Allie, try retyping your name. Savage Girl.
Why would I do that? I never would put it like that.
Okay, fine, never mind. I was just trying to help. Allie, it's a video game. Make another account.
I need more Robux.
Oh, dear God.
All my friends, even Emma. And she won't know.
Allie,
I got
leave it
logged
be.
out.
Maybe you accidentally put it in wrong a few times and now the account won't let you in because it thinks you're a person who's trying to get into your account to steal stuff.
I'm turning my phone off all the way.
The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before.
It's a nightmare.
That's the deal. C.S. Lewis.
I got a game that you might recognize because Jacksepticeye played it.
What the heck is that?
Getting over it.
Get out.
Okay, fine. This is a really hard game.
Let me get out.
What?
In the free Robux stuff, it had us put in our passwords too after.
Don't put your passwords in. That's how they hack your account. Never give anyone your password. No matter how much they try to convince you. Or how official they seem. 1,000 Robux worldwide are lost every day because people are convinced into giving other people their passwords.
I wish this waited however. No one else in the family's friends with her.
Allie! Stop crying! This is not the end of the world. I don't care how bad it seems to you. Save your tears for when our house burns down or something like that.
I feel within me a peace above all earthly dignities. A still and quiet
Make a new account, a
consciousness.
temporary account, until further notices.
You cannot now believe that you will ever feel better. But this is not true. You're sure to be happy again. And knowing this, truly believing it, will make you less miserable now. Abraham Lincoln.
The funny thing is that the guy in my game literally just talked about being sad.
Logan, get out.
Allie, come to my bedroom. Why? I'm trying to help you.
Logan, can you do something for me?
What?
Can you see if you can log into my account through Roblox? My computer won't let anybody log in. It's not my account.
Really quick. Let me save my spot.